Hey, we are live here on Boles TV. It's BOLES, not television. Live with you Monday through Friday at high noon. And we are sort of recovering from yesterday. Yesterday was a wild event, and it seems that the Surus continues with our friends at D Live. Now, before we get to all the fun today, I'll recap what happened yesterday. We were going to have a 2-hour stream where we talked about artificial intelligence and interesting things like acting. And as we were doing our show, up pops in chat a message from D Live saying, your channel has been marked mature. Which is, I don't think, a great thing because I want this stream to be available to everybody. I don't curse. I don't show bad things. I don't have any nudity. No blood, no guts. But we were talking yesterday about John Fetterman and Joe Scarborough and Keith Olbermann and Donald Trump. And I guess somebody reported this stream to the officiants at D Live, who then, I guess, took this action against us, saying, if you have any questions, go to our Discord channel. So we stopped the show, meaning we continued the show, but we stopped what we were going to talk about. And we went to the D Live Discord server and said, what is this about? Oh, don't talk to us in here. Make it a private DM. DM me. Open a ticket. And I said, but wait a minute. You came into my live chat on my show and posted this message to me that I was in violation. And I'm just curious why. I don't know what we were talking about. And then go read the terms. So we went and we read the terms. Okay, family, mature, politics. And then there's X-rated, I guess. So I went back. Did not open a ticket, did not DM, and I said, okay, I checked. You're saying because I talked about, Donald Trump, that somebody reported me and that marks my show mature? And they said, yes. Any talk about politics is mature, not for children. And I said, but you have to mark every stream mature because how can you get away from politics? Politics defines who we are and how we interact with everybody. And then I went back and said, in addition to marking my stream mature, do you mind also marking it immature? Because that would be better. And could we change mature to old? Because that also fits me better. They didn't reply. I thought, okay, joke's not funny. And then the person we were talking to on the D Live Discord server popped up himself in our live chat. Had a conversation with us. Hey. So we had a conversation back and forth, and it was very fun. And I think he put us on the front page of D Live on their carousel, whatever that means. So it was all fun most of the time until today, which is why I'm slightly late broadcasting, because this simulcast gets simulcast to 7 different places. And I can see the status of my stream. And I'm looking at, because with D Live you can see if you have people, if they're watching. And yesterday someone was ratting us out. There was 1 viewer on D Live. And I said, that's our rat. Right now there's nobody on our D Live channel. And I don't believe in coincidences, or as the kids say, coinkydinks. So I see, I'm looking at right now, Facebook streaming, Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming, Twitter streaming, Twitter, Channel 2 streaming, Rovo streaming. LinkedIn streaming. D Live sending data, not streaming. I thought, that's weird. I've never seen that in our whole history of D Live. So I went to my channel page, and what do you know? What do you know? Uh-huh. Yeah. So I saw this at noon. I disconnected the channel, reconnected the channel, re-logged in, re-authenticated myself. Sending data. Yes. Something's going on with D Live. Someone somewhere is upset with us. So we're going to do what we did yesterday. We're going to have with this. Oh, yeah. We're going right back at them. We're going right back. Okay, I gotta get my face right. Oh, we don't want that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take a screenshot of this. We're going to go to Twitter. We're going to go to Facebook. And we're going to complain about this like we did yesterday. I changed my whole Twitter bio to reflect what happened yesterday on the live stream. Now, on the weekends at 11 a.m. Eastern with Jana Marie, everything is potatoes, sweetness, vegetables, sugar cookies, and fruit. No one complains. No one reports her. No one calls her mature. No one dares. But me, oh, let's go after him. Oh, here I am again. So let's see. It's taking a screenshot because I'm looking the wrong way. So I have to look this way, pretending that I'm engaged with being offline. Make a face. Okay, there's my face. Then I have to go capture. Let's see, I have to look. Oh, okay, look serious. Yeah, okay. That's good. Okay, that's a good expression. That'll play well on the social media. Why? Why me? Why, oh, why, Ohio? As the story goes, yep. No such thing as a coincidence. That's what the kids say. So, file, save as, DLive. Oops. Name of the file. Okay, kids, now the fun begins as we go back on social media. I wondered if we would be banned from DLive. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous, but whatever. Nasty. So here we go, Twitter. Now we have to go to our personal page and get the oh boy. Here we go. Official DLive. Yeah. Official DLive. Well, there's no such thing. But now I got to take another screenshot. Let's see, where can I look? Oh, this isn't going to be me. This is going to be just a screenshot. Oh, I can't believe this. So disappointing. How do I capture that? Just that. Like that, but I don't know how to do it. Okay, we'll try. Streaming. Oh, nobody likes to fight every day. Some people like to fight every day, but I don't like to fight every day. Some days, okay, but not every day. So this is going to go on for a while. Keep going. Okay, so, well, let's just think it was a coincidence. We started the Boles TV Live simulcast today, and D Live is now allowing us to stream their service. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Live stream fail. What are you going to do? So disappointing. We'll save that next one in case we get in trouble. Well, there's no such thing as a coincidence. We started the Boles TV Live simulcast today, and D Live is not allowing us to stream their service. There's no such thing as a coincidence, D Live official. We've been cut off. Yeah. Tweet. That's on Facebook too, just because that's what we do. Oh boy, what a day. And it's only Friday. We'll see what happens on the Facebook. Get any kind of response from anybody. Oh my. What's on your mind? Oh, I'll tell you what's on my mind, Facebook. Been cut off. Meow. Yeah. Oh, it's just so sad. Why? Why? On the Facebook. Thank you. What are you going to do? Are we streaming on Facebook? We should check that. Yes, there we are, having the time of our life. I think. Are we still Are we streaming on? Oh, we are streaming. There I am. But not on D Live. Oh no. No, not on D Live. I would be on D Live. Well, what other streaming services do we have? We could take a look. See what our options are, if we have any options here. Why not? That's what we do. We're looking for things to do. So here's our restream. And if there we are live and in person. So we're going to here add a channel. And we can't add a channel because right now we're full, but we could add it. So we're at Facebook Live. We have Twitch. We're okay. YouTube. We're on. Twitter. We're on. LinkedIn. We're on. Telegram. I couldn't figure that out. D Live. D Nothing. Daily Motion. Trovo. I don't even know what a lot of these are. I think most of these are like gaming services. But I guess if they give us a hard time, on D Live, we'll just, broadcast to a third Twitter channel. I don't know. because you want to broadcast to everybody. Hey, it's Ellie. Hey, Ellie. Ellie won't be able to stay, but want to drop in and say, hi, hope everyone's enjoying their Friday. It's beautiful outside. Well, thanks for telling people to go outside. If you're going to go outside, take your iPhone with you so you can continue to watch the stream. But it's nice to have you here, Ellie. It's too bad you can't stay. We have a lot of fun going on today. Once we get over this harassment by our service providers. But that's how it goes. Banned from D Live. Yeah, I forgot to show you my Twitter bio. This is my Twitter bio from yesterday. Banned on Instagram. Tagged mature by official D Live. Immature, tag denied. Boles TV. Honestly, it's not for everyone. Loathed by many, disliked by few. Oh, Ellie says, meow. Go outside and watch the stream or take a walk after the stream. There you go. I appreciate that very much. It's beautiful, but not too beautiful. That's sort of the motto of handling the beautiful Jenna Marie. Incredibly beautiful, but not so beautiful that you can't look at her. She's, not Medusa-like, where you turn to stone. Well, now I have had my profile again. Banned on Instagram. Banned on official D Live. Okay, new bio. Banned on Instagram. Banned on official D Live. Boles TV. Honestly, it's not for everyone, which is the Nebraska motto that they paid millions of dollars for to increase tourism. And the phrase is Nebraska. Honestly, it's not for everyone. As you can tell. Oh, wrong way, this way. We're talking about that in a minute. Loathed by many, disliked by few, loved by the lonesome several. Save. Now, I had a guy who was on Discord yesterday, if I can find that. I think he sent me a note on Discord. I think he's a new friend. I'm going to write him a little note. I have to keep this private because I'm going to show you some stuff on Discord because there are AI bots on Discord that are fabulously fun. And I'm going to reply to this person who was very helpful yesterday. Okay, so I said D-Live banned me today, won't run my stream anymore. I updated my Twitter bio again. I do a lot of laughing because inside I'm really crying. What are you going to do? These people are coming for you? You're going to fight back. How's Ethereum doing today? Are we happy or sad? Well, earlier in the day, it was down to 1,300. Now it's bounced back to 1,500. Isn't that amazing? In a few hours, you can make or break $200. It's quite terrific and also being extremely terrifying. And oh my goodness, we have so many things to do. We have so many places to go. And it's time for our very first break of the day. So let's see, what are we going to talk about when we return? Because that's always fun to try to set up. Let's see. Coming up next, Elon, actors, cats. I'm going to show you my Keith Haring cats as part of the show today. That's what I did all this morning. I broke mid-journey doing it, by the way. Fabulous. Next, Elon, actors and cats. Hey, and not Cats the musical. These are real cats, but cartoon cats. We watched a horror movie last night where a lion was the bad guy. I didn't like it. Jen Marie made me watch it. I did watch some of it. Idris Elba was in it. Excellent acting. I just didn't like that the cat was the bad guy. All right, returning in a moment. Oh, things get so interesting. The deeper we go, the farther we dive. So, let me just confirm something here. Let me go to a big screen here. Oh. So let's go to my Twitter feed. So the first thing we have to do is we're going to write another tweet. But first, we're going to go here. We're going to see if we can log into our account. I don't even know if we can. And we're going to delete our DLive account. Now we need a password. Done. Log out. We hope you die a slow and painful technical death. So here's the proof. And we just deleted DLive as a broadcast partner. Forever. And now we have to attach the evidence and the proof. The proof. The proof. Tweet and Z. And then what we also did on the break is we did what we said we were going to do. And that was this. We are currently live streaming on Twitter. We'll see if this all changes when Elon shows up. My main account, David Boles. On the Boles Blogs account. And now, coming to you live, as of this morning, as of minutes ago, Hardcore ASL. We're streaming on Hardcore ASL on Twitter as well. And you think, excuse me, why not? Because Jana Marie, this sweetheart right here, streams Saturday and Sunday at 11. So she promotes the show, I promote the show, we promote the show, we all do the show. One big happy family. And then we get rid of the mother effers at DLive. Thank you. Mature, right? Immature? Ugh. Who needs them, says I. Who wants them, says they. And we belong together in this terrible and disparate life, hoping to find eternity. Now it's complete. This is the pettiness of the real world. Hey, it's Donna. What's up, Donna? Husker fan. We will enjoy our weekend. Ellie was here a little while ago. Nice to have everyone together for a little bit. We're going to talk about this. 1 second. Talk about it right now. Hey. The Nebraska Cornhuskers play Illinois tomorrow. I believe it's at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Or is that 4:30 p.m. Eastern? I don't know. We'll find out. Nebraska versus Illinois. So, Nebraska's had a bye week, which means they should play well because they've had 2 weeks to get caught up. It doesn't mean they will. So, Nebraska Cornhuskers play the Fighting Illini tomorrow at 2:30 Central, yay, which is 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC, which is interesting. You wouldn't think that'd be a big game for ABC. But Illinois is doing well. They have a very good coach. Nebraska may have a good coach. We don't know. We're still finding out. We got rid of a very low. Hey, it's Donna again. Hi, Donna. Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it very much. Nebraska is 3-4 on the season, with a 2-2 record in conference play. With a win, the Huskers could be tied for the Big Ten West Division lead with Illinois and Purdue. Illinois is 6-1 overall on the year and currently leads the division with a 3-1 mark in the Big Ten. And it just occurred to me I have to also leave the DLive server forever. Okay, that's done. I tell you, have a little fun yesterday. They started the fight, and today we ended it. Hey, back to the Huskers. Both teams were on bye last week, but the week prior, the Huskers lost to Purdue 43-37. Nebraska fought back from a 17-point deficit to make it through 27-23 Purdue midway through the third quarter, but the Boilermakers are able to put the ball in the end zone. Ugh. Illinois is also, that's not going to be good. Illinois also had a week of rest after defeating Minnesota 2 weeks ago. So that means Illinois had 2 weeks to prepare for the Huskers. That's not good for the Huskers. It's good for Illini. Now, the Huskers have also had 2 weeks to prepare for the Illini, so really it zeroes itself out. Because usually if you have 1 week to prepare or a short week to prepare, like you're played on Saturday and then you play again on Thursday or Friday, that's very tough to prepare. 2 weeks, that's a lot of time. You can get a lot done in 2 weeks. It'll be an interesting game, and as you can see, we bleed red. This looks like an orange red, but it's actually a very nice bluish red. Because the Huskers, the official colors, are not red and white. It is scarlet and cream. And scarlet is a blue-red. So here we go, the betting lines, which I don't really understand, but I'll mention them to you anyway. The point spread, Illinois down 7.5 at 105. Nebraska at plus 7.5 at 115. The money line, Illinois down 275. Nebraska up 220. Over and under 50.5 at 110 down, and 50.5 down. Looks like they think it's going to be, I don't know, a close game. Interesting game. Who knows? I don't know. I'm very interested in finding out, though. So Elon now owns Twitter. This will be a very interesting conversation to try to figure out. Because there are a lot of people on Twitter who like Twitter. It's more newsy than Facebook. A lot of politicians, celebrities are on Twitter. It's fast communication. A lot of ultra liberals said, if Elon Musk buys Twitter, I'm leaving. One of them is Rob Reiner, which was a very ridiculous thing to say, just like Alec Baldwin said, if Donald Trump wins the presidency, I'm moving to Canada. And he didn't. And Rob Reiner is not going to leave Twitter, because where is he going to go? Facebook? There's some other backup service that people are talking about, but nobody knows what it is because nobody goes there. But they're worried that Elon's going to start charging people to use Twitter. He's going to bring back Trump, which he definitely will, and it's going to become a right-wing morass. And it might. And I guess Elon was supposed to take over ownership today, but I guess it happened yesterday, and he walked into the Twitter offices and fired 3 people, the 3 leaders of Twitter. And from CNN Business, Elon Musk will now have to pay the 3 people he fired yesterday $200 million. I find that interesting. The top 3 Twitter executives, whom Elon Musk fired Thursday, will walk out the door with about $187 million of Musk's money. Former CEO Parag Agrawal, former NFO Ned Siegel, and former Chief Legal Officer Vijay Gadde were ousted after Musk took control of the company late Thursday, according to a source familiar with the situation. They would have received a large chunk of that money even if they had stayed on board under the new ownership. They and other shareholders will receive payouts from Musk after he bought their shares for $54.20 each. Agrawal, who only assumed the CEO title a little less than a year ago, had the smallest stock holdings of the 355 shares, worth $8.5 million. Siegel will get $22 million. Gadde will get $34 million. Wow. But they also receive golden parachute compensation in the merger agreement approved by shareholders. That includes a year's base pay, $1 million for one, $600,000 for another, the other 2. They will also get a year of health insurance worth $73,000. Wow, that's a lot. I thought we paid a lot for our health insurance. That's a lot of money for health insurance. It must be spectacular. Where the doctors come to you, I'm guessing. The most lucrative part, by far, is the accelerated vesting of stock they stood to receive in the future, but had not yet qualified for. That will end up being worth $56 million for one, $43 for another, and $19 for another. They get accelerated vesting of all their shares, while one of them gets only half of the shares accelerated. Added up, parachute payments come to $121 million. Add on the $65 million for the purchase of the shares they already own, and you get $187 million. Well, that's a pretty sweet payout, I have to say. Wow. Tremendously fun. Now, this is a terrific, interesting story. Actors suppress their sense of self when playing a new character. And that is very true and also very, very interesting. Because the whole idea of acting is to lose yourself in the role. And that can have some dangerous consequences, as we will discuss in a moment. But the research published by the Journal of Cognitive Neuroscience suggests that when actors take on a new character, they may be able to suppress their everyday self. Of course, that makes sense, right? Implying that theater training may have a big impact on the fundamental mechanisms of the human brain. Researchers worked in collaboration with a theater, and the team used wearable brain imaging to evaluate brain activity of actors as they rehearsed. And the findings showed that when the actors heard their own name during the performance, their response was suppressed in the left anterior prefrontal cortex of the brain, which is usually associated with self-awareness. The same result was witnessed consistently in 6 actors who were also tested. Meanwhile, when performers were not in acting conditions, they responded normally to hearing their own name. The shout of a person's own name is powerful and compelling, which normally makes the subject turn their head. It also engages the prefrontal cortex of the brain. However, our findings suggest that actors may learn to suppress their sense of self as they train in the theater. And that is the idea of training in the theater. You are becoming an actor. You are becoming the role as an actor. This is the first time neuroscientists have been able to record brain activity in actors as they perform a role. We hope that this study will help us understand what theater training does to the brain and build new connections between neuroscientists and theater professionals. They also found that during rehearsals, there were similar activity patterns in the right anterior frontal gyrus and the right frontopolar cortex of the brains of 2 actors who were working together. These areas are associated with social interaction and action planning. The effects were specific to the brain data and were not seen in the heartbeat or breathing data, showing that there are specific brain systems that are coordinated during complex social interactions. I had always been interested in the changes that occur internally when we hear, speak, and even think about our own name as well as the names of those we have strong feelings toward. The scientific recognition that our physiological selves respond when we hear our names deepened my understanding of the sensory drama games I play with autistic individuals, especially those who are nonverbal. Now, the sample size was small, it needs to be repeated, but the idea that an actor can lose oneself in a role and not recognize their own spoken name, their real life spoken name, is both interesting and concerning. There are certain roles in the theater where actors have been known to lose themselves in not encouraging or positive ways. 2 examples are Othello and Hamlet. And some people, when they play those roles, become so enmeshed in the drama and the hierarchy that they are sometimes a danger to themselves, that they don't know who they are because they lose themselves so severely in a character role. Now, a more modern example is that of Death of a Salesman and playing Willy Loman, the sad sack, grandiose salesman, played by many very interesting and terrific actors. And he spends all his life trying to be a salesman. And as his wife said, there was more of Willie in the front stoop than in all the sales he ever made. Meaning that he had created their stairs in the front stoop of the house, and it made a big difference to him. And selling meant nothing to him. And Philip Seymour Hoffman the NYU acting program, a tremendously talented actor, was sort of known for losing himself in a role. That can be a good thing or a positive thing. It can also be a very dangerous thing. And we're not saying that acting is what caused his death. But when he was playing Death of a Salesman on Broadway, the Willy Loman part, he became admittedly despondent and disconnected because that role is one of a universal longing to be something that you are not, to be greater than you are, to see your kids, those around you succeed while you continue to miserably fail. And if you are not succinct enough, if you cannot draw bright lines between the character and the real person can be dragged into the character and sunk. And there were reports that Philip was very depressed, had a hard time 8 times a week, twice on Sunday, going on stage and playing Willy Loman. Because if you are in the role and you are embedded in the role and you cannot recognize your own name because you are so embedded in the role, and you are living the life of Willy Loman, the delightful loser, the guy who could never get ahead no matter what he did, day after day after day, and you don't have a proper release, and maybe you turn to drugs and other substances to assuage your suffering soul, you begin to wonder what happens to a person. What does it do to a mind? 8 times a week to go on stage and be a betrayer, be loathed, be seeking for love, not find it, and then in the end committing suicide. It's a lot to ask of a person. And Death of a Salesman is one of the most interesting movies of the modern era. Movies, television, play of the modern era. And some people can't shake it. Other actors go out there, they do the thing, say the lines, effectively, big raves, go home. They're that person. Others do not quite have that talent to disconnect. And that is the danger of being an actor. Losing yourself so far into a role that you never recover yourself. Your ego has been replaced by a character. Your id has been supplanted by intention and stage direction. And when you leave the role and the show ends and you go home at night to face yourself in a mirror in the bathroom, you wonder who you are, where you are, and how do you fit into this world. And that can be a terrifying thought for a lot of people. And now we're taking our very next break. Returning in a moment. And we're going to talk about, going to have some AI fun. We've been waiting for this. AI, art, and cats. Always cats. Center it. Make it look nice. Returning in a moment. Okay, we're back. Here on Boles on TV. Hey, it's BOLES on television. Banned by Instagram, banned by DLive. Maybe we'll be banned by every social media network and live stream broadcaster. Known to man, woman, and cat. Hey, it's a life goal. Who knows if we'll get there? We'll keep trying. Oh my goodness, people are so easily offended today, and you're not even saying anything offensive. They just look for reasons to be upset. They look for reasons to punish other people because they're miserable and they're sad and capricious lives. We don't live that way. We live happy and joyous. And now we're going to have some fun. Let's see, where should we begin? Okay, we'll go with, we do a lot of AI art. And we've shown you some of it, and we'll show you some more of it. Actually, I think I'll show it to you right now. If I can find where I put it. Okay, so right now I'm using two main AI bots. One of them is Mid-Journey, which is what you're seeing now. The other one is a DALL-E. I started with DALL-E, OpenAI, owned by Elon Musk, and then moved over to Mid-Journey because I think that Mid-Journey and I have a better connection when it comes to crafting text prompts. If that makes sense. So, excuse me, this is what I did this morning in the style of Keith Haring. And I was testing something because I had a technical problem where it said I was out of time, I had done too many images, but it's impossible. And technical support said, I don't know what that means. And I said, I don't know what it means either. Maybe I'm putting too much stress on the server. I'll back off and I'll quiet down and speak up. And so I did. And it all worked out. So I don't know what happened. It's a computer, things glitch. So this was my test after the glitch to see if I could still interact with the computer. And I could, and this is what I came up with. And I wasn't even planning on it being anything. And it became this wonderful thing. A Keith Haring robot cat. And these are what I came up with. What the computer came up with, even with me. If any of that makes sense. Aren't these lovely? I just think they're beautiful. And if you know who Keith Haring is, you know his style. Wow. Just brilliant stuff. And it looks like Keith Haring drew it, and he didn't. This is a computer being inspired the previous deliciousness of Keith Haring's immense dramatic talent. Redo, you can upscale, you can get one version, two version. I'll show you how all that works. Isn't it fun? A Keith Haring cat. Two versions, look the same. Re-roll, upscale. Try again, and you get a little different look. That's one look. That's another look. And so, see, this one has speckles on it, so this one gets upscaled and cleaned up by the computer. I don't do any of this. This is all the computer doing all the work. Machines can do the work. Machines can create the art. And I think, well, gosh, those two look exactly the same. Well, they are, but they're slightly different because one is upscaled, one is not. This one you can see has a smooth blue background. This one has a rougher blue background. So when you tell the computer, upscale it, redo it a little bit, give me a little bit different look, that's what it does. Okay, you don't like this? Well, I'll just move this and shade this and smooth that out. Love these expressions on these Keith Haring cats. These are not by Keith Haring. These are merely inspired by. Now, this was a re-roll, and this was just the flat image that you saw in the others. And then the bot decided to make the black some sort of acrylic or oil paint, and then decided to shine a light on it to give a reflection and the anticipation of depth that is not there. It was just added by the computer to make it look like it's depth. I love it. Very interesting stuff. Reminds me of the pioneer woman we were working with last week, who had long braided hair, and just in one of the final re-rolls, the computer decided to have her grabbing her hair because it was braided on her, and she was grabbing her hair like this, and her hand was tense. And she was smiling, but her hands were tense, gripping her hair, her braided hair. It's fantastic. Added a whole new dimension of tension and drama just by adding a clenched hand. Now see, this is the original one where it's just flat and it doesn't have the shiny reflection. This is some other work we were doing, very interesting work. So now we will go here. F is going up, sort of. So a friend of mine just said, hey, since you're off, I'm reading his email, hey, if you're off DLive, why don't you go to BitRiver? So I'm going to go look and see if BitRiver's offered. Is BitRiver offered? I don't know. No. Oh. Coulda, woulda, maybe, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I guess I'm talking to myself here. Sorry. Hello. I'm getting all distracted by myself, which is very cat-like. So this is DALL-E. Now, DALL-E is web-based. Midjourney is not web-based unless you're looking at what you created, but DALL-E you create on the DALL-E OpenAI website. However, Midjourney has roles, as they say, all of their content on Discord. You must be on Discord to roll Midjourney content. And now DALL-E has done the same thing. They are now running a beta test that we're going to do right now together on Discord, on their Discord channel. Fascinating. So I was playing around with it today. So these are the Dollify, okay? And this is new because this was, what was I doing? I was in 7, Dollify, Daily Extended, Daily Dollify Archived. Okay, so let's go into one of these. Let's go into Dollify 3, okay? Here we go. This is what you do. So this is where people, and when you're on the DALL-E website, you get charged 1 credit for everything you try to create. In this beta test on Discord, in the DALL-E server on Discord, you can go in and roll low resolution images for free just to see how it works. They're testing it to see if it's going to work on Discord or not. Okay, that's cool. So here's one example of what somebody did. A bunny as a mage D&D character, running away from a horde of fruits in a meadow, 8K, not happening. Highly detailed, award-winning digital art. How's that? Now, I think we click on this, we get bigger. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So we're going to do our own. So we've got to go all the way to the end. Mark all as red. So we can get to the very bottom. And then we have to type a prompt. And then that prompt takes us where we want to go. So I think the prompt is dollify, I think. I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's draw. Excuse me. And then we have to have a prompt. So what do we want to? We could do Keith Haring robot cats again, but then someone might see it and steal it. We'll just do what we always do when we go onto a new service. Half monster, half cat. See what happens. Because the half is where you really challenge the computer. Half monster, half cat. Because does that mean half? Does it mean body and head? Does it mean a mixture? It's very interesting, and it can be a little tricky. So here we go. Now, okay, dollify is thinking. And this is what it came up with. Okay. Half. It goes half and half. Okay, so we have to go back up here because everyone's using this now. So this is what our prompt looks like. Half monster, half cat. Half monster, half cat, not really clear. This is what a lot of these engines do. They just split it in half. One side's evil, the other side's cat. This, got the cat right, the monster is missing. So what do? You have to wait, on this site, you have to wait 1 minute, and then you can re-roll. You can save it. We don't want to save. You can re-roll. We're re-rolling. Oh, we have to wait 11 seconds before trying again. This is what, see, it's a cooldown. It's warning us. Balls, cool down, wait 11 seconds before trying again, old bean. So I think it's been 11 seconds. Now we re-roll. What does it say now? Keith, message cannot be loaded. Oh, here we go. This is our re-roll. Awful. Split, split, split. Don't get it. Split. Awful. Awful. And a lot of people are saying, look, this first iteration of DALL-E on Discord is 4 images, low resolution. You can't redo your prompt. You can't upscale. It's just a test. And this is a miserable test. Now, if you re-roll, sometimes like on Mid-Journey, you have to re-roll 50 times before you're going to get something that's really super, super applicable and so I hope I've waited a minute. If I haven't, okay, 1:23 p.m. It is now 1:24 p.m. I'll try to re-roll it and see if it'll work. And usually on Mid-Journey, even if I get something spectacular on the first try, I usually do re-roll several times. Just to see. Oh, here we go. Are we getting better? Are we getting closer? Half. There's no monster here. That's what's so interesting. They're giving me half cats. This, don't get. This, don't understand. This, half mask, half black cat. Now, sometimes you think, well, make prompt a little bit. But I don't want to. I want to keep re-rolling and see what happens. And then we'll go on to Mid-Journey and do the exact same thing there. Now it's much more mature. It's going to be a better look. Meow, meow. This is a big step for DALL-E. Now, DALL-E usually, you see this the little icon here with all these color bars, is what you call them. Usually at the bottom of every image, they have the color bar right there. So it's like, oh, we know. We know who it was made by. We'll try a re-roll. Re-rolling! I like the dice, though. That's a nice touch for a re-roll, because that's exactly what, oh my goodness, just painfully awful. Half cat, half mouse. Okay, now it's getting slightly better. This is sort of a monster, I guess. Or maybe the green is the monster. I don't know. This is more monster than cat, so it's learning. It's not confirmed intelligence, it's artificial intelligence. Weird, right? I really want to re-roll one more time, but I don't know if we waited long enough. So they let you save it in case you come up with something really neat you want to use later, but this is a very limited beta test in scope and meaning. But it doesn't mean it's not fun. So this was rolled at 126. It's now 120 and 7. Let's try it again. Re-rolling. That is the Dollify profile pic. An avocado computer with a pencil. Okay, half monster, half cat. No, half monster, half cat. Not terrible. Probably the first one that sort of makes it, even though it's a cartoon. Half monster, half cat. It looks like they took two cats and split it in half. Half monster, half cat. It's interesting how they seem to think that the black is a monster. Now, is that prejudicial? Or is that the way the world works? It's an interesting conundrum. So that is the Dollify bot. Now we're going to take our final break of the day, and I am going to take you to this page where I can tell you AI art with Midjourney. And we're going to do the same thing, same roll. AI art with Midjourney. Okay, that's that. Snazz it up. Say hello. Say goodbye. Returning in a moment. Oh, what a day it's been. Lots of fun, lots of pain, lots of fun that's pain. And all this time I've forgotten I had my delicious, very dark green tea. And when it's this dark, it's a little bitter. But I'll keep drinking it. So we finished with our Doll E tutorial. Now we're going to jump over to the Mid-Journey page of Discord. This is Mid-Journey. We're not going to go to Mid-Journey. We're going to go to my server. But this is the Mid-Journey server, just so you can see. And you can go there and create art there as well. Examples of some of the latest art creations. You can see there's a big difference, look and feel, between a Mid-Journey art and a Doll E art. So we'll go to our server. Hey! And we are going to go to our live chat, which is where we are. And you can go to our server. Here's the link. Oh, it's just there. I'll type it again. And you can go there, and you can look around. You can join our server, and you can play around with the Mid-Journey bot. You have 25 creations, 25 roles, as they say. You can try 25 times to get some AI art before Mid-Journey will want you to pay something. But you got 25 for free, and it's linked to your Discord account. So here we are in our live chat. So I'm going to do the same thing that we did in Doll E. Half monster, half cat. This time the prompt is imagine instead of draw. Monster, half cat. Boom. Waiting to start. And this takes a little while. As our chatbot. And now you get to watch it develop right before your eyes. We're at 12%. 25 percentages. Takes about a minute. 43%. You can see it taking shape, becoming something. 56%. 75%. 87. We're getting closer. And by this time, you can see kind of where it's going and how interesting it is. Now it's done. Oh, there it is. Look, half monster, half cat. Oh, look at that. It's right there in chat. I love that so much. So we will click on our cats. Okay, half monster, half cat. Yes or no? Yes. Half monster, half cat. Yes or no? Yes. Half monster, half cat. Yes. Half monster, half cat. Yes. I think they're all darling. So this is what I do. Here, this is understanding the Mid-Journey screen. U1, U2, U3, U4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. U means, what does it mean? Upscale. V means you want a variation on your original role. And if you don't want to upscale any of them, and upscaling is usually a good idea if you see one or two you like, upscale it so you can get a closer look at it, because this is a very tiny image. Or you can just go right here, and that means just take the same prompt, but give me something entirely different. So I'm going to, for the purpose of this tutorial, upscale 1, upscale 2, upscale 3, upscale 4, and redo the whole thing. because I have an obsessive compulsive personality. Now you can see it started, and you can follow along. It gets more interesting all the time. And I don't know why, but it does. And it's a lot of fun. It can be highly addictive to sit there and watch your typed text turn into something beautiful. And for people who write and who maybe don't draw or paint well or often, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new universe waiting to find you. Okay, so you saw the cats disappear, pop up, different cat pop up. It's all part of the processing. So as we scroll down, we see this cat. And there it is. Half monster, half cat. Yes, that is the assignment. Here are your options. You can make a variation, which means you have to type something else. We're not going to do that. You can upscale it to the Maximilian, which is about 1600 by 1600. You can do a light upscale redo, a beta upscale redo, which changes things sort of dramatically. It's very interesting. Or you can just say, look, I like this, but try it again harder, a different way. So I'm upscaling to the max. I'm beta upscaling a redo, and I'm remastering. Here we go with our other one. So we had started with 4 images, and we upscaled each image. Now, is this a cat, and is it a monster? Half monster, half cat. Absolutely. Now, we have 3 jobs running on the server right now, which I believe is the max. And if you're impatient like me, and you now start another 3 processes, you're probably going to get in trouble on the server, because the server's going to say, hey, now, that's too many. Slow it down, punk. And sometimes the server processes images very quickly, and you never get an error message, and sometimes things get very laggy and very weighted down and slow, and you don't know what you're going to do. I am going to upscale to the max. I'm going to beta upscale redo, and I'm going to take a chance and try to go remaster. Now, I'm probably getting error messages as we scroll down the page saying you're doing too much. Now, this one, we'll look at this one. Now, this is interesting. Midjourney usually has trouble with eyes, especially human eyes. Now, this cat eye does appear to be intentionally different. I love the color. Is this half cat, half monster? Yes. Do we want to upscale read it? Yes. Do we have to wait a little bit so the server doesn't get mad with us? Yes. But that's all okay. This is the process. This is part of having the fun that we're having together. So we will upscale to the max. Meow. Beta upscale redo, always. Remaster, pretty much all the time. And then you keep doing this. You're going to get this, and then we'll do it again and again and again, and not today, again and again and again for the same cat that you're liking, more and more and more, and it gets refined. And then it will start getting really weird. And when it gets weird and fuzzy and chalky, and you're saying, I don't like this anymore, then you know it's time to stop. But as long as it keeps presenting you with interesting things, now see, this is the reroll. We did 4, right? And then we said redo the whole thing because maybe there's something better. And you usually want to click this reroll button at least 3 times to see what the computer will give you. Now, this is our second re-roll of our original cats. Some of them look sort of similar. Some of them look completely different. Do we like any of these cats? Are they half cat, half monster? I don't usually say this about roll number 2, but I don't like really any of these. I don't want to upscale any of them. I like the originals better. So what you do, you click this, which tells the computer to try again. And the computer doesn't have feelings. The computer just says, okay, didn't like that. Well, how about this? This is our fourth cat from our original roll. Half monster, half cat? Yes. What are we going to do? Upscale to the max. Beta upscale redo. Remaster. And then we wait for the fun to come. Oh my goodness, now look at this. Remember we told it to redo? Oh. Half monster, half cat. It's fabulous. Love it so much. Up 1, up 2, redo it all over. And this. See, this is the beta redo of this original cat. So you can see it's a little softer, a little finer lines, perhaps even a little scarier. Very nice. We're not going to remaster that one, though, because I really like the original. And here is the original, just upscaled without being touched. I prefer this to what we just saw. It's a little rougher. I like the edges are a little brighter and a little finer. Here's another re-roll. Half monster, half cat. The first one is very interesting. The second one, not quite. Updo 1, re-roll the whole thing. This is the process. This is what you do all day. You sit in front of the computer and you say, don't like that, I like this. So if you're good at making decisions, you're going to have a lot of fun. If you can't make a decision or you don't know what you like, you're going to be miserable. Now, this is looking like more of a bat and a cat than a monster and a cat. But I accept the idea, and I go with it. So we can remaster it or just leave it alone. We'll remaster it just to see what happens, because we're doing this together. We're having fun. Oh. This is just the maximum of the original. The one we just saw was a little fuzzier, a little not as detailed. This is very specifically detailed. As you can tell, it really does look like a bat now. Because we just saw this. This is furry and fuzzy. Not as interesting as this. That's very interesting. Fire truck's outside. Here's the re-roll that we just did of the cat face. Fun. It's looking a little more like sea monster. Sort of like not like a monster. Okay. I'll re-roll it. This is our upscale. It's all right. This might be the fuzzy upscale. We'll keep looking. Okay, this is the original upscale, which I do like a lot better. It's a little more firm. Well defined. Okay. Remember the last time we saw the redo of the 4, we said we didn't like it. Here's the redo of the redo. Now this is interesting because these are monster cats, but they're turning more, vampire-y, which is a monster, technically. So of all of these, do I want to see any of them a little bit bigger to get more definition? Yes, one of them I do, and that is number 1. So I will say update number 1, re-roll all 4. And this is what you do. Now see, this was smoothed out in the beta upscale. Sometimes the smoothing works with the monsters. I'm seeing the smoothing is not as effective as you would think. This is the re-roll of the monster. We've lost the kind of gaping hole in the neck. Not quite as interesting to me. That, I'm just going to leave it alone. because it's starting to get weird. This is our maximum upscale. I like this much better. It doesn't look like a building under the chin like that one does. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. That's cute. It's a very delicate monster. I like both of those. Up, up, and you always redo because you never know. Oh, isn't that the sweetest thing? And it's a monster. And it's a scared monster. Oh, that's cute. That'd be a great profile pic for somebody. Here's the same one, but with glasses. Are the eyes open or closed? You don't know. But the whiskers are very intriguing. This is the upscale of the cat that looked like a bat. Now, see, it's starting to get weird, not as interesting, and getting more cartoony. Harder lines. Not what I'm looking for, but I can see how some people would like that quite a bit. And here's another same thing. Redo. Vampire cat. Softer lines. Don't like. This is the original. When you see it up close, bigger. It looked kind of cute, small. You blow it up. Oh, I don't like that at all. And if you really like this, then you blow it up again to get a maximum size. And then you look at that one third time and you think, oh, what was I thinking? Something wrong with me. These are very nice. I'm done with that. Here's the re-roll of the re-roll of the re-roll. Now it's just it looks a little sad. It's running out of ideas is what it feels like to me. This is not bad. I love the expression. I love the purple. It looks sort of pharaoh-like. So we'll upscale to the max. The beta upscale redo will soften it, which we haven't liked so far, but that doesn't mean we won't like it in the future. And here's our re-roll of the re-roll. Very cute, but not as darling as the one we already have. Skip. This is the softer re-roll of the cat that we just saw that we love very much. I don't like the softer lines because when it gets small size, like on a profile pic, when it's soft like that, it becomes blurry. You like really crisp lines that are not cartoonish if you really want to see what's going on. This is our upscale of one of our cats. The eyes are very beautiful. I like that. This is our upscaling of the cat that we liked, now at 54%, so you can watch it evolve right before your own eyes. Create your own monster cat, and hope it doesn't change too much. So this is what we just saw, but it's going to be upscaled to the maximum size. That's all this is doing. It's not going to change it one bit from what we previously saw. It's just if sometimes you see something in a small size, you need it in a bigger size because you want to make a print of it or put it on a t-shirt or take it to another program, software program that will, update it and upgrade it. And then it gets put at the bottom. Okay, so this is the re-roll that we asked for. Not as effective. This is the re-roll beta, which gives softer lines, which I still don't like today, but usually is very interesting. This is the original max, which is very specific and furry looking. And it looks like we're at the end of our redos. And it looks like we clicked 64 times in this very short time we've had together. And it has given us 64 images to dissect and love together. And this is saying up here, 76 new messages. Wow. Well, maybe that includes the chat because we're doing this in our chat area. Now, why am I pausing? Because I'm waiting for all of these things we just did to be uploaded to our website app where we can get an even bigger image of these beautiful cats to see which ones we want to save. They'll be saved online, but usually if you see something you really like and you're a computer person, you know you need to save it. So you're going to download it. We're going to download it to our computer. Excuse me. Now, where did that go? Okay, so we were here. Refresh the page. There we go. We don't want all because that'll show us the 4. We just want to see all the upscales we did. So we're starting with this one. On it. Yes. Do we want to save this one? Yes. And then we evaluate them once we download. But if we think that there's anything close that we like or want to use later, we save it. And then we evaluate it later. This is... Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, so I saved the wrong one. See how smooth the coat is down here? Very smooth. This one, very rough. I like the rough one better for some reason. Usually I don't, but this time I do. Okay, here's another one. Save. Absolutely. Here's another one. That's the blurry cat. I don't like the blurry one as much. I'm not going to save that one. This one, don't want to save. This, oh, gorgeous. Save. Crisp, not the blurry one. This one, interesting. I don't want to save that one locally. This, I had higher hopes. Original. Hey, there's Jenna Marie. Awesome cats. Yeah. So this one, I kind of like. I'll save it. And the next question is, what are you going to do with all these cats? I don't know. This, not my thing. This, now this is the softer version. I liked this originally, but soft I don't like. Here's the rough. I don't like it. We kind of upscaled it. Oh, and now we're back to our Keith Haring cats. So we saved, what, how many? 3 cats out of all of that. So we rolled, as the kids say, 67 cats. And we ended up saving 3. And of all of them, this is my favorite. I don't know why. I think it's the expression, the big, beautiful eyes. Strange, whatever that is. The blue ears. It's more cat than monster. Or is it? Very beautiful, very effective. Straight A's all the way. Well, we've had a very interesting and adventurous time together today. I thank you so much for being here. We learned a lot, shared a lot, laughed, we cried. We cried until we laughed. Hey, that's life, right? If you have any questions or comments, concerns, you can email me, david@boles.tv. On Twitter, you can find me at David Boles. Super follow to follow. We have a lot of fun with our super followers. On Facebook, it's BOLES. And hey, the main place you want to hang out with us is on our Discord server, located here, live and in person. And the bots, we can go there, see, share your images, share your NFT artwork, ask questions, hang out, have fun. That's the main place to reach us. And with Elon buying Twitter and being banned from Instagram, who knows what's happening with Facebook? The only place you might be able to find us online for chatting and hanging out is Discord, which is not a terrible thing. And all the links we shared today, I will put in our Discord server, in our links for today's show. I thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, a wonderful nap, a good sleep, a nice rest, and when ye shall awaken, may you arise and awaken, half cat and half monster. I'll see you again soon.